Objective geology, multiple choice questions with answers. This is a combined UPSC combined geoscientist exam 2021 and 2020 also. And this is useful for various competitive exams like CSR, NetGate, GSI and other civil services exams and other exams. Welcome to set 6. Coming to the first question. Which silicate of iron and magnesium is termed as chrysolite? A. Mica, B. Olivine, C. Magnesite and D. Biotite. So this is obviously olivine. Olivine is also termed as a chrysolite. It is a silicate of iron and magnesium. Next question. Which one of the following statements regarding hydrothermal solutions is correct? A. These are weakly concentrated, highly dissociated basic solutions. B. These are weakly concentrated, highly dissociated acidic solutions. And C. These are concentrated, highly dissociated electrolytic solutions. And D. These are concentrated, weakly dissociated electrolytic solutions. So the correct option is hydrothermal solutions are concentrated, they are weakly dissociated and electrolytic solutions. D is the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following is a ladder vein type of deposit? All these are the questions are asked in combined geoscientist exam. A. Iron deposits of Goa. B. Cassiterite deposit of Bastar, Chhattisgarh. And C. Lead zinc deposit of Zawar, Rajasthan. And D. Magnesite deposit of Mysore, Karnataka. So here the ladder vein type of deposit is magnesite deposit of Mysore, Karnataka is an example of a ladder vein type of deposit. Next question. A host of mineral deposits occur at the contact zone of meso and epizonal igneous plutons because A. Maximum fracture or shearing and low thermal gradient exists here, and B. Prominent lineament run parallel to the stratigraphic trends, and C. These are the weak zones, mixing of fluids takes place and thermal gradient is steep, and D. Very intense weathering leads to the formation of residual deposits. So the correct option is these are the weak zones. Mixing of fluids takes place and then the thermal gradient is very steep. So a host of mineral deposits occur at the contact zone of meso and epizonal igneous plutons due to the weak zones and mixing of fluids which takes place and thermal gradient is steep. Next question. Which one of the following is correct for the bituminous coal? A. Its calorific value ranges between 11,000 to 12,500 BTU. And B. It shows banded structure with alternate dull and bright bands. And C. It shows a sign of original vegetal matter. And D. It contains very high volatile matter. The correct statement for the bituminous coal is it shows banded structure with alternate dull and bright bands. So bituminous coal is also known as a black coal. It's a type of the coal containing a tar-like substance. This is also called as a bitumen or asphalt. And its coloration can be black or sometimes dark brown. Often there are well-defined bands of bright and dull material within the seams. So it is typically hard but friable. Next question. The organic theory of oil genesis appeared for the first time in the form of A. Gubkin's hypothesis, B. Lomonosov's distillation hypothesis, and C. Pryor's distillation hypothesis, and D. Bosworth's theory. The organic theory of oil and oil genesis, it has appeared for the first time in the form of Lomonosov distillation hypothesis. Lomonosov is credited by some to have proposed the theory that the liquid oil and solid bitumen they originate from the coal through underground heat and pressure. So B is the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following properties of mica make it an excellent electrical insulator? A. Its splitting property combined with flexibility, elasticity, resilience, low heat conductivity and high dielectric strength. And B. Its hardness, luster, malleability and electric strength. B. To easily spun into yarn and its resistance to heat. And D. Its inert and stable nature. So the correct option is it has a splitting property combined with flexibility, and it has a good elasticity, resilience and low heat conductivity and high dielectric strength. All these properties make the mica as an excellent electrical insulators. So this is one of the best, mica is one of the best insulating materials, and it is widely used for all sorts of electrical components, everything from microwave ovens to high voltage motors. So it offers a solid combination of high dielectric strength, excellent temperature resistance, and reasonable physical strength and machinability. Next question. Petroleum and natural gas deposits in Assam are associated with rocks of A. Jurassic age, B. Precambrian age, C. Eocene age, D. Oligocene to lower Miocene age. Petroleum and natural gas deposits in Assam are associated with Oligocene to lower Miocene age. The Upper Assam Tertiary Sedimentary Basin is an important petroleum province with the reservoir rocks. They range in age from Upper Paleocene to Miocene. The bulk of the oil production from the Beryl Formation and Tippum Formation. It happens from Beryl, it occurs in the Oligocene, and Tippum, it is from Miocene formations. Next question. Coalescence process is one by which A. Nucleation of raindrops develop around the organic or dust particles. B. The small cloud droplets increase their size due to contact with other droplets through collision. And C. Seawater brought into the environment during the evaporation. And D. The tiny raindrops are held in the environment just before the precipitation. So coalescence process is one by which the small cloud droplets increase in their size due to the contact with other droplets through collision. So droplet coalescence is the process where two or more droplets merge during contact to form a single droplet. So this extreme case of the binary droplet collision involves large deformation and the rupture of the interface separating the droplets. B is the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following is called the secondary porosity? A. The fractures in the igneous and metamorphic rocks developed due to tectonic activity. B. The primary pore space present in both unconsolidated and semi-consolidated sediment. And C. The permeability of the rock which is directly proportional to the pore spaces and size of the pore. And D. The pore spaces that develops at the time of the formation of a rock or sediment. So the excellent example for the secondary porosity is the fracture in the igneous and metamorphic rocks developed due to tectonic activity. Secondary porosity can develop before the burial, after the burial, or as a result of other tectonic activity. Shrinkage of certain minerals, it creates fractures and porosity increases. Dehydration of the mud and recrystallization of minerals produces secondary porosity. So A is the correct option. Next question. The coefficient of transmissivity T can be expressed as, so what's the formula for the coefficient of transmissivity? So A, T is equal to 1 by K into B, B, T is equal to CD square, C, T is equal to square root of K into B, and D, T is equal to K into B. The coefficient of transmissivity, it can be expressed as D, that is T is equal to K into B, where T is the transmittivity and K is nothing but the hydraulic conductivity, B is the saturation thickness of the aquifer. Next question. The quantity of the water, that is Q, moving per unit of time as stated by the Darcy's law is expressed as P is equal to coefficient of permeability, I is the hydraulic gradient, and A is the cross-sectional area through which the water moves. So the options are A is equal to Q is equal to PIA, B Q is equal to 1 by BIA, and C Q is equal to square root of PIA, and D is equal Q is equal to 1 by square root of PIA. So here according to the Darcy's law, the quantity of the water moving per unit of the time is expressed as Q is equal to PIA. Next question. According to Darcy's law, the flow of water through a porous media is A. Inversely proportional to the difference in hydraulic head between the two ends of the porous media, and B. Proportional to the difference in hydraulic head between the two ends of the porous media, and C. Proportional to the length of the flow path, and D. Inversely proportional to the area of cross section of the aquifer. According to the Darcy's law, the rate of flow of water through a porous media is proportional to the difference in hydraulic head between the two ends of the porous media. So Darcy's law states that velocity of a flow through porous media is directly proportional to the hydraulic gradient for any given saturated soil under steady laminar flow conditions. B is the correct option. Next question. Which one of the following is the correct expression for determining the Reynolds number R? So A, R is equal to rho Vd by mu, B R is equal to rho d by mu v, and C R is equal to rho v by mu d, and D R is equal to rho d mu by v. So the correct expression for determining the Reynolds number is R is equal to rho Vd by mu. The Reynolds number is calculated with the equation that is Re is equal to rho Vd by mu, where R is the Reynolds number, rho is the density of the fluid, V is the velocity of the fluid, and D is the diameter of the pipe, and mu is the viscosity of the liquid or fluid. Next question. Sodium salts are highly soluble in water and are released in solution during. Choices are A. Dissolution action of limestone, B. Decay of quartz by chemical replacement, and C. Weathering of plagioclase feldspar, and D. Weathering of olivine minerals. So sodium salts are highly soluble in water and are released in solution during weathering of the plagioclase feldspar. When plagioclase weathers, it releases sodium ions. So that's why sodium salts are highly soluble and are released in solution. Next question. The contour trenches with bunds which are constructed for the artificial recharge of groundwater are A. Parallel to topographic contour with the plantation to check rapid runoff, B. Perpendicular to the rivulets where permeable formation are present, and C. Parallel to rivulets where permeable formation are present, D. Perpendicular to topographic contour with the plantation to check rapid runoff. So the correct option is A. Parallel to topographic contour with the plantation to check rapid runoff. So contour bunding, it involves the construction of narrow based trapezoidal embankments. These are also known as the bunds along the contours to impound water behind them, which infiltrates into the soil and ultimately augment groundwater recharge. So these are the contour bunds. They are constructed parallel to the topographic contour with a plantation to check the rapid runoff. Next question. Induced recharge is an indirect method of artificial recharge involving. So what is the induced recharge method? So A. The pumping up from an aquifer which is hydraulically connected with the surface water bodies, and B. A method in which pumping lowers the groundwater level and cone of recharge is formed, and C. A method where stream bed is connected to aquifer by clay formation, and D. A method in which there is a buildup of groundwater storage. So here induced recharge is an indirect method of artificial recharge. So what does it involve? It involves the pumping from an aquifer which is hydraulically connected with the surface water bodies. A is the correct option. Next question. The correlation determines the age of the relationship between rock units or geological units in separate area. But the physical continuity is A. To trace physically the source rock unit between the two different places. B. The correlation of two rock units according to geological time scale. And C. The lateral correlation of the rocks which are exposed in a wide gap physically. And D. The correlation of the two rock units on the basis of their same physical and chemical character. So the correlation, it determines the relationship between the rock units, but the physical continuity is to trace physically the source of the rock unit between the two different places. So A is the correct option. Next question. In humid temperate climate, the rocks are weathered predominantly by a combination of both disintegration and decomposition, resulting in the formation of A. Black cotton soil, B. Lateritic soil, C. Podzol soil, and D. Sandy soil. So the correct option is podzol soil. The mid altitudinal zone in the Himalayas has podzols. The soil is acidic with low humus, and it is found in Assam, Darjeeling, Kashmir, Uttaranchal, Himachal Pradesh, and maize, barley, and wheat. And some of the temperate fruits are grown in this soil in the Himalayan region. So humid temperate climate have this type of soil known as a podzol soil. Next question. The volcanism of island rocks and continental margin erosions are associated with plate convergence. So more extensive vast sheets of basaltic lavas which have formed on the continents at various times in the past are referred as A. Continental flood basalts, B. Mid-oceanic lava flow, C. Andesitic lava flow, and D. Rhyolitic lava flow. So the correct option is continental flood basalts. So when flood basalts are forming above continents, they fill rift valleys via giant fissures that split the continent. So magma migrates to the surface, flowing these fissures, so which are preserved as dikes. And sometimes the continents, they separate into the separate pieces, forming an ocean basin in between them. So the volcanism of island rocks and continental margins that are associated with the plate convergence, and during this time most extensive sheets of basaltic lava have been eroded on the continents, and these are referred as the continental flood basalts. Hope you have followed these questions, and see you in the next video for more like this type of questions. And thank you for your time. Hope you can subscribe to this channel.